Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. So today we're just going to be doing 5 days 5 looks with the Ciate London palette. I think it's going to be 5 days 5 looks. It depends how I feel. Just because the palette, like I said in the shop my stash, is giving me blah vibes. Even though it looks a beautiful neutrals palette, it's just not calling out my name. You know, just because I think it's because I've tried so many neutrals lately, but it could be a completely different story. I could fall in love with it once it's on the eyes. Today I want to use this because that's far away from the neutrals as possible, and then they're all like browns. So yeah, we're going to see what look we come up with today, and hopefully I'll be happy with the pigmentation of the palette. I love the Athens palette I tried, but that had cream to powders in it. This one just is normal eyeshadows. So does this have a cream ivory in it? Yeah. We're going to start off with this shade here, and as like the Athens palette, it doesn't have names on it, which it gets me every single time, guys. Why? I mean, why did they do it? Ciate is quite a good brand, quite high end, and it just, to me, it comes across like they just can't be bothered naming the eyeshadow palettes, but they expect a consumer to spend £25 on an eyeshadow palette like this. Luckily I didn't have to spend £25. I got it in the sale in TK Maxx for £4. But yeah, I mean, it would probably, I know it sounds quite harsh, it would probably put me off buying a palette if it didn't have names on it. I mean, when it comes to Revolution, I don't mind, but even they put names on the palette. They just put it on plastic paper. They don't have enough room in the palette, which companies need to get away from that now. We're nearly in 2021, so if they can't find the room on the palette, put less shades in. People won't mind, because normally the shades look so similar anyway in a palette. Normally they double up on more than one shade. What are your guys' opinion on this? I have spoken to other people and they agree, but some people might not be bothered either, because you do get a lot of eyeshadows. You're getting 6, 12, 18, so 18 eyeshadows for £4 isn't too bad. But originally I think this was 10 in TK Maxx, and it's £25 on the Ciate website. So yeah, I mean, £25 with no eyeshadow names is a little bit rich. You know, it's asking a bit much for consumers to pay, I feel. So now I'm just gonna take the eyeshadow off this Real Techniques brush. What shade are we gonna go in with? Maybe this one here. It's nice. Seems to be blending out nice. Sorry, let's zoom in. Yeah, that's really, really nice. I mean, it's only a transition shade. What more is there to say about a transition shade? But I really do like it. Like how it's blended out. And then I just need a darker brown for the outer V. I feel like I want to use this one here. Right, and all I'm doing is putting it in the outer V. Literally, I've got some up here now. I'm not taking it into the crease, just here on the outer V. There doesn't seem to be too much fallout in the pans, which you can always tell a high-end palette, can't you? I mean, there doesn't seem to be a lot of fallout here. But sometimes, like Urban Decay shadows will have fallout, or Too Faced. Right, now I'm just going to blend that in a bit more with a stiffer brush. The left eye always gives me grief. And today is no exception. So recently on my weekly Shop My Stash I did get a comment. I just want to kind of bring it onto film here and let you know about it. I did get a comment about when I shop my stash in my everyday makeup drawers, you can't actually see inside. Like, next time I do a shop my stash, I'm going to try and do it as best I can, but with the tripod and the camera that I have, because the drawers are so deep, it won't always go inside. So, you know, I'm going to do the best I can. The only other thing I could do would be to take the camera off the tripod. It's a heavy SLR, and it would be shaking all over the place, so I don't really want to do that either. But we'll see what we can do next time. I'm looking into getting my Olympus fixed. When I get my Olympus EPL8 fixed, it's a lot lighter, so I won't have any problems with that. If you look back to my previous Shop My Stash videos, that about 7 months ago, I never had that issue. And I can also take that off the tripod and show you quite comfortably without having too much camera shake. But for the moment, I know it's an inconvenience. If you can't see everything in the drawers, then there really is nothing that I can do about it short of actually taking the camera off the tripod. But I will genuinely try my best in the next Shop My Stash, and thank you for your comment as well. I really do appreciate it. Right, that's good. I'm happy with that. So now I'm just going to go in with this little accent brush and we're going to use that really lovely purple shimmer here. So I'm going to try it dry first of all. It's more like a lilac lavender. It's really pretty. Then we'll be spritzing the brush as usual once I've got this on the eyes and I'm happy with the pigmentation. I really like that look. It's really cool toned. Right, so let me get the spray. I'm not sure where I put it, so I'm just going to use the one that I set my face makeup with, which is the Collection Dewy. I actually quite like this, and it's not a bad price for like £5. It's got a really nice sprayer on it, so yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's definitely getting more pigmented, which we love. Sometimes it really doesn't make a difference if you spray your brush or not. I've noticed with some of my eyeshadows, they just look the same. They don't look any different, which is bizarre. So that's what it's looking like spritzed compared to that's what it's looking like just normal. You can certainly tell the difference. You can almost see like a duochromeness as well, like in the centre of the eye. So I do feel like it's got an undertone of some kind of duochrome. Not sure what shade, but I feel like it has. Right, and then what I tend to do is just, can you see all that fallout there? But that's down to the brush. It's not, I don't think it's down to the actual eyeshadow. So that's the shade there. It's like a dusty lavender, and then what I do is I just tap it on. Just mainly to kind of get rid of those fine lines. Well, not get rid of them, because I'll never get rid of them. They're only going to get worse as I get older. Right, so that's that. So then we're going to go back in with that dark brown I used in the outer V and put that on the lash line. So this one. So who's got this palette? Anyone? And what do you think of it? Ooh, some of it's gone in my eye. The only thing I need to kind of get rid of is this, where I went up there with the brown. Right, so now I'm going to go back in with this cream ivory shade just on the brow bone. I don't like to set my brow bone with a shimmer, just because you can see some like hairs here and it will just embellish them. Right, so now we're gonna find an inner corner highlight. I'm leaning towards either this one or that one. Let's take a swatch of them both. One of them's barely showing up. This one here is barely showing up. I don't know if I need to scrape some of the top layer off. So let's go in with this one then. Yeah, they're quite, when you put your brush in them, some of them, like the mattes, are fine, but can you see that? I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's got loads of fallout there. I've got that song in my head, guys. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. 20 days and counting. Excuse my horrific singing voice. I'm actually tone deaf. Right, so it's gone a little bit further than I wanted underneath, but apart from that, I do actually really like it. So we're going to tie line now. Just with the Too Faced Love eyeliner. I just need to sharpen it. It feels like it's drying up. And I checked that the other day and it wasn't. So it's sharpened quite good. Right, so that's that done. And now what's on my mascaras here. I hate only having one mascara. I'm always losing things. I need to get a backup. I've only just opened it, so it will last me about 3 to 4 months. But if I lose it, then I can just open a new tube. There seems to be some flakes on this one, which I haven't noticed before. So I saw on Twitter today that Primark and Maura Higgins are coming up with a beauty line. Maura Higgins was in Love Island, UK version. And she's done a lot since leaving Love Island. She was in Strictly Come Dancing last year. No, I think it was Dancing on Ice. Yeah, it was Dancing on Ice last year. She was in that. And she did really well. So they've come up with this beauty line together. But I think it's only eyelashes. And for us women that don't wear eyelashes, I would have thought that they would have come up with other things like lipsticks, blush, highlighter, eyeshadow palettes, all the things that I'm interested in. I thought that they might have at least considered doing with her as well, but I don't think they have, so I kind of said to Primark, is it just eyelashes? And they sent me a message back saying, well, what would you like to see in our stores? And I'm like, all I wanted to know really is you know, are you going to be collaborating anything else with her? But yeah, I didn't get back to them. You know, I guess I'll find out sooner or later whether it's just the eyelashes or they're doing anything else. But for me personally, I would like to see a makeup collection from her as well. Just like they did with Jenna Frooms from YouTube last year. Now, I personally didn't know who Jenna Frooms was when I bought that bronzer. I've got a bronzer and highlighter duo in my collection, and the collection itself didn't do that well, unfortunately. When I bought the bronzer, it was really, really inexpensive. So for the bronzer and highlighter, I think I paid about £2. I don't think it was that expensive to begin with, but she brought out like eyeshadow palettes and like eyeshadow sets and things like that. And I was thinking about getting it at the time, but I was on a no buy. So I just thought, no, you don't need it. You've got so much eyeshadows. Fast forward 12 months down the line, Black Friday's just been, and I've just picked up so much eyeshadow palettes, and I'm just thinking, looking at my collection, and I'm thinking, why have you done that? You know, why have you splurged so much on eyeshadow palettes? But these eyeshadow palettes that I picked up, guys, were things that I'd been thinking about getting for a while. Apart from the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice, that's a new release. But all the other things I've wanted for a while, and I got them at such a great price. So I thought, hey, why not? But yeah, I would really, really like to see, if not Maura Higgins, somebody else doing a collaboration with Primark, but makeup. I would like that more. Because I know a few people on YouTube who don't put eyelashes on. It's not just me, so they should cater for that side of things as well. Anyway, I'll stop going on about that now, but I just wanted to share that information with you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and get a lipstick. I'm going to try and get a relatively cool toned one. I might have to go into my normal makeup collection, sorry, lipstick collection, just because I only brought one or two cool tone lips in, and I've already used one of the shades. I'm just going to, actually I've used both of them, and I don't know if I want to use them again for this video. So I'm just going to go and check what I've got in the lipstick edit back there, and then I'll be back in a minute. Right, so I'm back. I've had to pull this NYX Lingerie embellishment out. Like I said, not quite central. Like I said, I had the Primark Pink in Excess. That's a really, really cool tone, grey tone nude. And I also had Revolution Pro Seduction or Seclusion, and I don't want to wear either one of those again. So I'll use this one. This one isn't in my lipstick edit. I just had to pull it out of my little skull glass, which I keep my lipsticks in. So yeah, we're just going to put this one on. I really, really like these lipsticks because they make your lips look really nice and full. They don't have anything plumping inside, but they just really, really make them look nice, and they're not drying. Even though it's a liquid lipstick, they're not too drying, and they're really, really comfortable. I've said this on so many occasions before, but they remind me of the Too Faced Melted Matte. The Too Faced Melted Matte formula is a little bit better, but they last just as long. Eating and drinking and all that good stuff. So yeah, I really do like when I know I'm going out somewhere, and obviously when I have to put a mask on, I normally tend to reach for these liquid lipsticks that last a long time. So guys, this concludes the look. Really, really do like the look that I've created today. It's kind of given me hope for the rest of the palette, because like I said to you when I did the weekly shop my stash, it really was giving me blah vibes. So I'll show it to you once again. Real pretty. So again, we have used, firstly we went in with this shade here, which is just a normal cream base ivory shade, just to set my NYX white base. It's nothing, you know, to write home about. Nice enough, but nothing to write home about. And then I think we went in with this shade, didn't we? Then we went in with this shade on the outer V and on the lash line, and then we went in with this gorgeous purple here. The only thing I can say about the purple is it is powdery. It does have some gold reflect in it. I don't think it's duochrome, but it has a gold reflect. Let me just swatch it for you. I'm gonna have to like swatch it 3 times because it's a light shade. Can you see? It's really, really pretty. So yeah, I think that one is the prettiest one in the eyeshadow palette, just because it's different from all the neutrals that I've used lately, but I'll probably change my mind. This one looks really nice as well. So we're definitely going to be doing more looks with the palette. I don't know what's going on with this shade here. Let me just wipe my finger. I'm going to swatch it and really, really dig my fingers into it. It's practically sheer. It's that one there. So let's build it on top. I mean, you can't see it at all. I don't know if I'm going to, like I said before, I don't know if I'm going to have to scrape the top layer off and see, you know, see if there's a problem there. But it's only one shadow. Even if it's a dud, I don't mind, because they're quite, them 3 are all quite similar shades anyway. So yeah, I can use one or the others for inner corners. Really isn't an issue, but I'm a little bit disappointed with that one on first impressions. So guys, I'm going to come closer now and you can see the finished look. Actually, let me just sort that eye out. Oh my gosh, guys. So I was just looking in this mirror. I never look in this mirror. I always look in the smaller one. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a huge crack here. So that's probably why I got it for £4. Ooh. I can't give that away. Even if I don't like this palette, I can't give it away to my niece. It's just too dangerous. So yeah, so I'm gonna sit forward and show you the overall look. Excuse me. Right, so first impressions, I'm really, really happy with the way the look turned out. Love the lavender purple shade on the lid. I'm really hopeful now on the rest of the eyeshadows in the palette. I've already found kind of a dud. I may be able to fix it. I'm going to actually see, and then I can tell you on camera. I'm going to try and scrape some off the top. Right, so just quickly scrape some off the top. So it's this one here. So let's check it out. No, it's not looking any better. Let's just go over the top of that inner corner highlight I used that one there, and see if we can get it actually to, I mean, on the brush it's looking good. Alright, so it works with a really densely packed brush like this. But otherwise it's a dud. So yeah, that's fine. At least you can get it working, but you need like a little Real Techniques accent brush or something similar. So yeah, I'm really happy with this palette so far. So yeah, we're going to continue to test it tomorrow. I thought if the eyeshadows didn't blend out well, I would probably just call it a write-off and pass it on to my niece. That was before I saw the crack in the mirror. So I'm really not happy about that, but what can you do for like £4? But it should have had a sticker on it saying that it was damaged, really. I should have maybe opened it up, but obviously in this day and age you can't actually do that. It's a beautiful palette, but it's got more neutrals in it, and that's why I was feeling the way I was feeling about it. So hopefully we'll be able to create 4 more beautiful eye looks. This concludes the video for now though, guys. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here as part of my little fam. Please share, please comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Bye guys.